Well, good morning and hello. Happy day after Thanksgiving, everybody out there in US. I know I got a lot of folks that watch from overseas. Hey, everybody. Hi, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You are in our Stitchuation room. This is a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat where I hope I can inspire you to put something under the needle while you watch me do what I do in here. Busy, busy. Yes. Oh, my goodness. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Those of you that celebrate it, we spent the day with friends. Although the mashed potatoes I was taking to the potluck, I ended up standing on my feet for like 2 hours, just putting all that together. That was crazy. And all the prep I did ahead of time. Oh, my gosh. You guys are on it. Okay, we are doing a giveaway today. It is our Black Friday giveaway. And in honor of Black Friday giveaway, which is the big first day of the Christmas shopping season, I've got a jelly roll of 2.5-inch strips by Michael Miller Fabrics. This is charcoal. These are great if you are going to be running some inner borders on quilts. So we were recently talking about that panel I wanted to redo, and it needed an inner border. Now, this is charcoal. This is not black. Just want to let you know that. U.S. shipping only, please. But brand new in the package. How's that? Very, very cool. Awesome. So I want to congratulate Quilting with Harriet. She had her first grandchild yesterday, little boy, adorable. I don't know if she's here this morning. I got to show you guys. I got to brag because I love new babies. Who doesn't love new babies, right? I got to show you guys. Look at this little pumpkin. Let me make sure my phone number's not on there. I don't need y'all spamming me. Yeah. Look at that. Let me make this picture big. There. Look at that little pumpkin. How about a sweet pea? Isn't he a doll? I love that. I love babies. Just as cute as he can be. Congratulations, Harriet. I was bragging at our potluck. Look, my friend had a grandchild. You know you're old when, right? Lots and lots of Black Friday deals on today. I wanted to share a little bit, share some with you guys. I have links to these below. Okay, let me switch over my camera real quick. We're going to go through these. Fabric confetti. If you're brand new to machine embroidery, I love these designs from Fabric Confetti. And they've got a really cute, this one is for Valentine's Day. Love is in the air. Isn't that adorable? So they've got a heck of a deal on all of their stuff. Wonky houses. I should take them out of the package so there's no glare. But just wanted to share these with you guys. She does amazing. This is Vanessa from Fabric Confetti out in Tempe. She does amazing wall hangings, all kinds of stuff. Maybe her sweet pea letters. We had a video on how to align these last year. Vanessa came on live and we did that. That was fun. Cute little, these are fun for spring. We need to start thinking about spring already, right? Here's some fruit. You can make little mug rugs out of these. You're a peach. Isn't that cute? And if you're still in the snow mode, adorable little snowmen. I just need to chill. I have so many of these designs. And I did make one that has her little cactus. I can't find them. Here, last minute, let's be merry. The letters are included with these. Now, what they're doing at Fabric Confetti is she's doing 20% off on actual CDs if you buy the CD, or 25% off a digital download. That's a deal. So check those out. I've got a link to that below. Okay. Did I pull up her website on here? I did not. Fat Quarter Shop is doing a 15% off doorbusters. I think it might be site wide. That's a good deal if you've been eyeballing a Fat Quarter bundle. So, oh my goodness. My date's wrong on the banner. It says the 29th. What day is it? It says 12/29. I have to fix that when we get finished. Thank you. Carolyn, I appreciate that. I see things and my brain says something different. Like a lot of you were like, I don't like the face on the angel. It looks like a puppy dog or a teddy bear. Well, I went and stared at it again and come to find out her little nose is not a fill. It's an outline. Her little filled nose makes her look like a puppy dog. And I thought, you know what? That's okay. Some of us have fat little noses, don't we? It's fine. She'll be fine. Oh, Dee Dee ScanNCut came in. Good for you. Speaking of which, somebody was asking me, thumbs up or thumbs down. I wrote her name down. Carrie Crafts. She had asked thumbs up or thumbs down on the SDX 85 for ScanNCuts. And Michelle says she looks unique. That's right. I don't know if I'll take it out or not. I can remove that fill stitch. I'll have to think about it. It's been in my head. It's been in my head. So SDX 85, that is the least expensive of all of the ScanNCut models. Okay. And I wrote an article about which ScanNCut should I buy. And I have a blog, powertoolswiththread.com. It's off YouTube. It's just powertoolswiththread.com. And if you go into the search box, let me bring up my blog and I'll show you guys where this is so that you can find it. And let me share my screen with y'all. Okay. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. We did. I didn't think I ate that much. I was so miserable when I went to bed last night. I just laid there miserable. Ugh, terrible. All right, let me share this. Okay, so this is my blog. Powertoolswiththread.com. Okay. Oh, yeah, we've got another 10% off in Brilliance through December 3rd. So thank you in Brilliance for that. They extended their coupon code from Thanksgiving through the 3rd. So if you're interested in doing that, links galore, you guys. But what you can do now, this is on a laptop that I'm showing y'all. You can come here to the search bar and just type in the word buy, or you can type in ScanNCut. It'll come up, but I got a lot of articles on ScanNCut. But if you search the word buy, what comes up is an article, which ScanNCut should I buy? Okay. And right here, I go into this and we talk about all the different models. Okay. And this is geared toward fabric crafting. So I go through all of this and it's very up to date. I just updated it the other day. So also, if you are wanting to do some shopping for some online deals, I have right here shop PTWT links. Those are all of my affiliates that I work with. Okay. Everything in Brilliance, Amazon, Designs and Machine Embroidery, all about blanks, Etsy, everywhere. Okay. Lots and lots. Sewing Machines Plus. Oh my gosh, you guys, they have got a deal going on Sewing Machines Plus. So, go in and take a look at that. But the bottom line, and I even mentioned the SDX 85 in that blog post. The bottom line is it's a great ScanNCut. Okay. It will do snap-plique. So all you need, the only issue with that particular machine. So let me back up. The big differences between the lower model of the ScanNCut SDX 85 and the top of the line 330D. Okay. The big determination is designs internal to the machine. Well, if you've watched my channel for a minute, you know I really don't use designs internal to the machine. Even the font letters on Frito's little doghouse on her door, I got that font out of Brother Canvas. So it's designs internal to the machine. Also, dots per inch of recognition. How eagle-eyed is the scanner? Okay. Again, to me, that feature's fine. but it's not a, you know, a what do they call it? A showstopper for me when it comes to which model to get. The big deal with the SDX 85 is that it cannot scan a 24-inch mat. And that may or may not be a big deal to you. It may or may not matter. The only difference with so let me show you. Let me get out to Brother Canvas so I can show you why I would want to scan a 24-inch mat, is so that you can put all of your pieces on one mat and cut at one time. So let me get out here and show you exactly what I'm talking about. But if you don't have the ability to scan a 24-inch mat, then you just have to run your 12-inch mat twice, and that's it. So, I mean, that's kind of it. All right, so here we are. Let me do up my angel. I'm going to bring this up and do an edit right here. So as I bring this up, take a look at this. This is a 24-inch mat, okay? And so everything, I scanned both of the pattern pages at one time. I put both of them on that big tall mat and scanned 2 pages at once. And you can see that. Here's one page right here, and here's the second page right here, all right? If I wanted to put the fabric on there, let me go back to new, and let me share, let me go to my projects here. And I'm going to open Angel 3. All right. So see, I need to change the mat size on this to a 24. See how big that is, like that? So I would have to do 2 cuts if I did not have a 24-inch mat. I'm going to go to project and change it to a 12 by 24, make the machine happy here. So look at that. Now I can cut all of the fabric at one go for the angel, okay? That's the difference. That machine, that SDX 85, all machines up to, or below the number 225. 225 is where it starts to be able to scan that 24-inch mat. They all will cut on a 24-inch mat. So you can eyeball where you think the fabric's going to go and cut on the 24. You just can't scan it. So, well, Sally's got that right. Yeah, after having a 24-inch, where'd it go? Right here. After having a 24-inch, you couldn't live without it. And it's really nice. But, you know, some folks are on a budget, and I understand that. And you really want to do the snap-applique method. And, you know, it can be done. It absolutely can be done. So long answer to a short question, thumbs up for the SDX 85. Carrie, if that is in budget, go for it. Yeah. And if you're going to get a scanning mat, that is an optional accessory that doesn't come in the box. You have to buy that separate. That scanning mat, if you get the 24-inch, it has codes at the bottom that allow you to scan just a short amount of it instead of the whole 9 yards. If you only have one page and you only want to scan one page. So that's really nice that they did that. So can you give the pros and cons of buying a used ScanNCut, like a CM model? Okay, yeah, Jamie, that's a great question. Well, there's in the military, we called it a limiting factor. ScanNCut mat availability. They don't make them anymore. So if you have, oh, aren't you sweet, Peggy? Very nice. So if you have a CM model, or you're looking at getting a used CM model, they don't make those mats anymore. All right. And so you can continue to use it. You're just going to have to use like a spray adhesive or tape or something to continue to use the mats once the sticky is completely gone and it's dead. Okay. As long as that mat still has the little codes around the outside of it, the machine will read it just fine. One of the biggest issues with buying a used machine, especially the CM models, is once the wireless code has been used by, whether it's a store, if you're buying a floor model, or you're getting it from a friend, or you're buying it off of Facebook Marketplace or something like that, you have to buy another wireless activation card in order to sync that machine, that new to you machine, with Brother Canvas, or get it to do anything wirelessly in the house. So that's a thing. Okay. It has to be, it is only good. That's why many of you offered to give your old ScanNCut to my granddaughter. And very, very generous of you. Thank you so much. But we'd have to go through the rigmarole of getting a new wireless activation card and getting her set up with all that and everything. Frito, what are you doing? Did you want to come back here and get your biscuits? Daddy gave her a biscuit this morning. Wait a minute, baby. Where are you going? Come here. Come over here. Come over here. There you go. They can't see you when you're back here. Hi, Frito. Want your biscuit? Good girl. Yeah, she's so good. Good girl. Yeah. One more. Daddy gave you your biscuits. That's why you're late. Yes, sweet baby. Have y'all been doing that DNA on your dog? I'm not doing that. Go away. I'm not going to do that. She's a dog. A lot of people like to do it for their... All right. Out. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, brother activated yours for free. Yeah. My first machine I got was a floor model from All Brands. And they sent me one. They sent me another one for free. I couldn't get it to work. So she needs a holiday bowl. Okay. I'm not adding that to my list, but that's a great festive idea. Yeah. Okay. My dog's 100% dog. That's all we need to know. That's right, Connie. Yeah. So plus I was going to give her my 225. Anyway, because I have a 225 down in the house in Port O'Connor. But hey, y'all, just a FYI, that 23andMe, that little DNA test, y'all be careful of that. That's owned by Google. You're giving your DNA to Google. FYI. Yeah. Okay. Glory sent me my mug. Just me and about 500 of my quilty friends. We're actually up over 700. Give a thumbs up, you guys. Also, if you have not yet, please subscribe. That helps serve this video up to other quilters when they see all the subscribers. I just went over 77,000 subscribers yesterday. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I know. I was very happy. My husband watches it. He goes, "You've got 10 more. You got 5 more. You're 1 over. Yay, 7703." He watches that. That's wonderful. And don't forget, when I hit 80,000, courtesy of Lady M, I am giving away a So Tights rotary cutting mat, and a magnetic 6.5-inch ruler. So that's really neat. All right. Lori, you're hilarious, Lori B. Oh my goodness. Prolific. I love it. I love it. Oh, and if you're thinking about a good deal on a sewing machine, Sewing Machines Plus has a ton of them. They've got them out there. I wanted to show you one of the ones. I got an email from them. If you guys are looking for a good serger, that Airflow 3000, that Brother Airflow 3000, I did a video on how to thread that thing. That thing's amazing. It's a fantastic video. So I'm also in talks with a company to get a heat press for my sewing room. So I normally wouldn't do a heat press, but my friend whose husband just passed asked me to make a t-shirt quilt out of his Harley Davidson shirts. And I told her I would, and it's for her, not for him. He's obviously doesn't need it anymore, but they went through his clothes, and she asked if I would make a Harley Davidson t-shirt quilt. I had made one for my husband years ago, and he's still using it all the time. But I told her I would, because she's one of my close friends. And normally I don't quilt for other people. Well, you've got to stabilize that knit fabric on those t-shirts. And I thought that was an awesome opportunity to show you guys the huge benefits of a heat press. So when I was making the angel, because this company reached out to me a long time ago to showcase their product. And I was like, I don't want another thing in my sewing room. I just don't know that I'd use it that much. Well, then I'm doing this, here, and I have to hold that iron super hot for a long time, 8 to 10 seconds over each pass. You got to hold it, and move it around. I had this big long thing full of, fabric. I was putting heat and bond light on the back. I said, this is for the birds. So I went over and found their email and reached back to them, and went back to them and said, okay, I would like to do this. And then they're like, well, we want you to promote this cutting machine. And it's not a scan. It doesn't have a scanner. I'm like, sorry, no, I don't. I'm not going to promote something to you guys that I would not use. So I said, no, I'm a fabric crafter and this is what I need it for. So I got an email back from them this morning. And so we'll see how all that goes. So we are in talks. But the idea is, because you've got to stabilize the back of those t-shirt blocks. And I use Pellon's 911F for that. It's a very lightweight, almost like a tricot, fusible, single-sided fusible interfacing. And it's not woven, so it doesn't get stiff. It's very, very lightweight and drapey and whatnot. Yeah, it is a game changer. Joanne used one for a quilt, and it's a game changer. The idea is to be able to put that, put the t-shirt on there, put your Pellon on it, or vice versa. I'll have to play with it and see which is the best way to do that. And that thing will just press down, and in 10 seconds it's done, and it lifts up and the whole shirt is done, as opposed to hold your iron in a spot for several seconds and hold your iron. And you know what I mean? Time is money, my friends. So Pam, you got kicked off again. I don't know why. Carolyn says, I've done a t-shirt quilt, never again. But once you get that done, quilt went. I'm trying to figure out how to get one in without my husband noticing. So what made me think of that was, I'm going to put it over in that back corner. I have my Airflow 3000 serger back there from Brother. I've got that there. I've got some stuff, family memories and whatnot. And then I also have my cover stitch machine back there. So I need to look at, because space, correct, right? Space, which one is worth it? I can move them back and forth or whatever, but I think the heat press is going to take probably a little bit more prominence and can get that landscape on that table, because I'm doing projects like this where I need to put heat and bond light on the back of fabrics. So good. There we go. This is what I'm talking about right here. So Rosa uses it for pressing large areas of jersey material. 2 memory quilts so far. Yep, absolutely. Very, very easy to do. And then once you've got that t-shirt fabric stabilized, it's no problem just to put it together, with sashing and borders, and boom, you're done. So it is not a Cricut. It's the HTV Ront brand. Yep. All right. So you guys, hashtag power tools, US shipping only, please. I'm doing a jelly roll of charcoal, 2.5-inch strips by Michael Miller Fabrics. Therefore, it is not really a jelly roll. That term is reserved for Moda. 2.5-inch strips from Michael Miller Fabrics in charcoal. Great borders on the inside of quilts. Cheat when you can, right? Pam, are we your favorite group? Awesome. I love how you guys chit chat on the side. You get these side chats going. The winner last Friday told me she gets up. She's in California, and she gets up at, let's see, let me see here, something. She gets up at 4:30 in the morning and visits with her cousin. All right. Midge has this. Midge, did you get that? Did you order that on the cruise that we were on? because Anthony had them going on then. So Midge has that same one. Yeah, if you've got hand issues, having a heat press is a blessing. You just press the button and it automatically goes down and does its thing, right? So, all right. You have the original HTV Ron, Pat. Yeah, I think I'm getting the new one that they're going to be coming out with. So that, like I said, that's still in the work. Here's what can break the deal on that. A lot of times you'll get this company will say, hey, we want you to promote blah, blah, blah. And you're like, okay, fine. I'm happy to do that. Well, then when you get close and you're ready to, ink the deal or whatever, then they come back with, well, we want you to do 6 videos in this time frame and you need to say A, B, and C and blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm not going to say that if I don't know that it works, right? The life of an influencer. So get the new one. Okay, not the original. So Carrie, did you hear? I was telling you that is a go. Carrie Crafts. SDX 85, thumbs up. I just mentioned it if you just got here. So we've got a real, like one of those giant, pull it down, dunk heat presses. We've got one. It's in the back of the house. And that thing's hard. I don't have the hand strength to pull it closed, So anyway. All righty. So what else did I want to mention to you guys this morning? Okay, 20% off CDs and 25% off digital downloads for Fabric Confetti. I talked about that. Sweet Pea is having a Pink Friday sale since they are in Australia. They don't do Black Friday. I've got a link to them below as well. So get on that for Black Friday. I have a little section that says Black Friday deals, and then I'm mentioning these. And then Sewing Machines Plus. So you want to know what? Told you about a cold therapy machine. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. There you go. Yes. My husband used that. Bonnie Cone. Great question, Pamela. Bonnie Cone lent hers to Keith when she had her knees replaced, the cold therapy machine. And then he went ahead and bought his own because he's going to get his other knee done after he turns 65. We're going to let Medicare pay for it. That $2,700, I had to write that check, hurt. Wouldn't a heat press melt the letters on a t-shirt? Pamela, they do not. It's amazing. They do not. It depends obviously on how the shirt is made. Like this design right here, okay, the heat press isn't going to affect that. Not at all. So, okay. Oh my goodness. The 44F. It's lighter and easier to work with. You talking about Pellon? Okay. Yeah, Keith lived with that cold therapy machine. It's a bucket you put on the floor and you fill it with ice. And Bonnie told us to use frozen water bottles. So you put those in there and put water in there. And then it has a tube that comes up and feeds into these pads that you wrap with Velcro around your knee or whatever you're having done. And it's Pellon. Okay. He can't get the surgery done through the VA. That Crafty Life, you got to have all of that recognized by the VA. Yeah, he's working on that. So he told him, he sent all their paperwork. This is what pisses me off about the VA. Sorry. He sends all that paperwork to the VA, uploads it and tells them, hey, I had my right knee replaced and all of this stuff. And now his records say that he's had a left knee replacement. And I'm like, you need to correct that because when you go to get your left knee done, they'll decline it. But anyway, so yeah, those cold therapy machines are good. They last a long time too. All righty. What else is going on here? All right. Yeah. If you are going to get a knee replacement, I would highly recommend. Keith loved his, absolutely loved it. What heat press am I considering buying? Bernadette, the HTV Ront. I'm working on it. It'll be a sponsor from them. It'll be a sponsorship. Let me open up I'm on my second mug of coffee now, you guys. Okay. Crafty life. I love it. They do things so slowly and backwards. I know. Well, even after he turns 65, the Medicare can take care of it. But yeah, he was in misery and it needed to be done before, but he turned 65 this coming March. I was like, can't you hold on? So, all righty. Let's see. I'm looking at y'all's comments. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Candace, you're going to get another one. You're going to get a knee replacement. I have used that HTV Ront press. I think it's a knockoff. I really do. I think it's a knockoff. But you know, I want it so I could use that other press we have in the back room, right? That one of those big old-fashioned things. It's ugly. If it's going to make its way into my sewing studio, it needs to be cute, right? If I'm going to look at it, I want it to be cute. But if I was, you know, if I was pressing shirts for a living, I'd probably use the other one. So, all righty. What's going on here? So I did, let me get my blocks. I got to show you guys. I finished my blocks. Get these. Oh, I've got it. I blocked it. I blocked my block. So the shimmering snowflake blocks from the Quilted Snowman, that begins January 25th. Let's see. So there's one. Okay. Turned out super cute. I like it. And then the other one, I blocked it. I pinned it with those heat pins. These are really nice. Okay. Those heat resistant pins. They have silicone tips. So I blocked it to 12.5. So that's awesome. Thank you. So those are done. Finally. I was talking on the phone to my friend about her t-shirt quilt. And I think I sewed this block wrong like 3 times. I just was not paying attention. Not at all. Seems like the busier the season gets, the more my mind is scattered. So very, very nice. I'm very happy with that. Glad those are done. So these would be like marches, right? Because they did, no, maybe they're February. There's a schedule. If you go out onto the Fat Quarter Shop, there is a schedule for the Quilted Snowman. It's very pretty. Okay. I've got those finished. You put that up and get them back into the bag so they don't get lost. And then I told y'all before the holiday that I was looking at Sherry McConnell from A Quilting Life, and she was showing how to do strip pot holders. And I thought, well, I wonder if I could do something with that. So I took these strips. These are actually 2 different ones, and they are done 2 different directions. So it's 2 layers of the Insel Bright. I was going to give these away. I don't like Insel Bright because it sounds, you can hear it crinkle, right? But I'm going to give them away. So I thought, well, I'll just use it up because I got a big bunch of it in the bottom of my drawer there. And so then I put these both into a 10 by 16 hoop on the Luminaire. How did I block the blocks? Starch or water when I press and pin? Julie, I use a 50-50 water and Mary Ellen's Best Press in mine, and it worked fine. You can start with water. So these are more trivet size than potholder size, unless you like big potholders. So it's finished. All I need to do is cut them out and bind them. All right. And so it has this. I just loaded the stipple in there. I have a video on how to use on the Luminaire, how to do the stipple. I just made sure to tape down all the edges. I pulled the tape off around the outside already. Okay. And then there's the back. So it's done. I just need to trim them apart and bind them. This is for the neighbor that's babysitting Frito while we're on the cruise, right? You have to take care of your puppy sitters. So that'll be cool. She's got young children. She loves homemade stuff. So that's great. I don't even remember what the name of the line is that this came from. Something Mary. It's got the word Mary in it, but I mean, it's an old line, several years old. I have a lot of this fabric. And I thought, well, I just did up different size strips of all the fabrics and put them together, just making sure that my snowmen were in the center. So you can tell that it's about snowmen. That's all I did. And I meant to make one red snowman and one green snowman, and that didn't work. For some reason, it didn't happen. But, oh my goodness. Oh, is it from me and my sister? Yeah. Okay. But I did not get any, oh, if you guys want to get a multi-needle, Sew Machines Plus has a heck of a deal on that Brother 6 needle right now. You might, I've got a link to Sew Machines Plus below. Take a look at it. Yeah, it is a great use of scraps. I know, Elizabeth, I love it. I just, you know, so you can use the longer ones and you can use the shorter ones and just kind of put them all in there. So what's the name of the pad that I blocked on the snowman block? This has been out for 100 years, you guys. This is a quilter's cut and press. You can get these at Walmart. Okay. So they have a 12 by 12 and they have the 12 by 18. And I love this to block, to block blocks because, you know, I just had to go 1/4 of an inch away. Those are 12.5. So I had to go 1/4 of an inch away around the outside, but I've got enough room that it worked. I love these things. I use them all the time. So let's see here. What's going on, you guys? HCV, is visibility an issue with it? We'll talk all about that. I think it's hard. Oh. Yeah. Oh, Marcia, you're going to make a t-shirt quilt for your sister. That's really nice. You know, sometimes you have to wait for people to go through things, right? They have to go through their things. That's hard. Do I need enthusiasts from Embrilliance to do snap applique? You do not. You do not need that. Recommended, but not required. I would put it that way. So Julie, Enthusiast is used to edit individual stitches. So every once in a while, the software will put 2 of them real close together and they'll look kind of dark. If you don't like it and you don't have Enthusiast, you can either pick it out when you're done, or you can change the color of that one stitch you don't like, or that section of stitches that you don't like, using the stitch simulator. Or if you have Enthusiast, you can just jump in there and click on those individual dots of stitches and hit delete on your keyboard and they go away. So that's what I use Enthusiast for. It does a whole lot more, but it is not required. Well, Pastry Queen finally made a live. Welcome. Glad you're here. I've done a couple of t-shirt quilts. I did one for Keith, like I said. And Deb wants to know if I've done a video on thumbnailer. Yes. Deb, if you go in on YouTube search bar when we're finished here and search Embrilliance thumbnailer, it's one of the very first ones that pops up. It's what is Embrilliance and how does thumbnailer work is the title of it. Okay. So Vicky wants to know, am I going to be doing a side bow? You know, no. I'm not getting on that bandwagon. I've had people ask me, I'm not into bows. Have you guys ever seen me wear a bow? I don't do bows. I've never been a bow kind of girl. So I don't know. Lynn wants to know who's manning the virtual kitchen. I have no idea. I have not seen Scotty Dog. She's probably sleeping her off the turkey. Are you here, Scotty? wander in there and see. So, yeah. So Embrilliance has that 10% off coupon is good through December 3rd now. I've got a link to it below. If you would use it, I'd appreciate it. It helps out the channel a whole lot. So if you want to do Snapplique with me, I recommend Essentials, which is the base. You should get Essentials to start with, Stitch Artist 3, and Thumbnailer. And if you can swing it, get Enthusiast. Okay. So, yeah. Tina says, I don't want that much attention on my hips. People are doing them up here on the neck too. That would drive me crazy. Y'all, you really, so the videos I've seen are showing it done on a sweatshirt. I live in deep South Texas. I only own one sweatshirt, and that was for when I traveled north to wear then. So, oh, did you find coffee and sticky buns in the kitchen? Awesome, Kay. Thanks for sharing. Y'all don't stampede over there. Don't make a line. But I don't wear sweatshirts. So I'm like, I'm not getting it. And I've seen all different designs. Juju has a bunch of them, but you can get on there and, you know, start doing that. Marcia, thank you so much for your super sticker. That's very thoughtful of you. Thank you, sweetie. So I've made a couple of the t-shirt quilts, and they're really nice, especially when someone passes. And they were big wearers of t-shirts, no matter what it was, whether it's fishing shirts, you know, or me personally, I am not a fan of those. They call them t-shirt quilts, but they take clothes and actually stitch them to the fabric so that it's like 3D. I don't know. That looks like a laundry pile to me personally. I don't do that. I do like to cut out the shirt. So usually when you are going to be doing those, you're going to want something like this. I had to get this is the big 15-inch Omni Grid ruler. I bought this specifically for t-shirt quilts when I made Keith's. He's a big guy across the shoulders, and I needed to get this for the designs on the shirts all in one cut. This is a game changer. I do not recommend making t-shirt quilts without one of these rulers, no matter what size it is. Even if this one is, here's a 12.5. Okay. Whatever size you're going to make it, you want a solid square ruler for that. So get a 10.5 for, you know, smaller cheerleader or whatever, sports jerseys. And then you definitely will want to back that fabric with a backing of some sort to stabilize that knit. If you don't stabilize the knit, you're going to get bubbles and wrinkles, and it's misery. It's pure misery. You've got to stabilize that knit from the back. So yeah, if you don't, and I'll tell you, if it wasn't for my garment sewing knowledge, I would have made the mistake of not backing that fabric, because once you get that fabric back, it's just a big square. You know, it's no different than sewing a 12.5-inch block just like this and putting sashing on it. It's all it is. I did one for my brother-in-law back in 2017, I think it was. He ran all of the rock and roll marathons all over the United States. He traveled all over the US, went to every one of them and got a t-shirt from each one of them, a running t-shirt, right? And some of that stuff was on the sleeve. And so I trimmed the sleeves and then sewed 2 different sleeves together, made them, they had footprints on them. They were cute. So you can really do a lot with them, and it's good fabric to work with. You just need to understand how to work with the fabric. That's the biggest thing. Maybe you're making a memory pillow. Again, even if it is a woven, like a men's shirt or something like that, you're going to want to stabilize that piece. Like I have a memory pillow from my dad that has the band of the shirt with the buttons down the front. You got to sew that closed, right? You need to make sure those are closed before you do it. There's a lot of different tricks that you can do with people's clothing to create memory quilts or t-shirt quilts. But they can be a challenge if you, I just recommend doing some homework. I've never done a t-shirt quilt video, and that will be something that I do for my friend. I will go ahead. And the fusible I like to use is Pellon's 911F. Somebody said you can use Pellon's, is it 944? And it doesn't need to be a woven. It can be the mesh, but single-sided fusible is what you use. And fuse before you cut. Don't cut the shirt and then fuse it. All right. You can cut up the sides of the shirt. You're going to use a little extra Pellon than you normally would because you need to make sure you're all the way out to the edges. But so what I'll do is I'll turn that shirt inside out, slip it on the heat press, slap a big piece of Pellon onto it, sticky side down so that it's on the inside of the shirt, and then hit the heat press and let it fuse that on there, and then pull it off and then cut. You cut up the sides and you cut off the seams right here and cut off the necklines. And that's one of the reasons that I can freehand a rotary cutter pretty well. I've done this around a neckline in a single swoop a lot. No scissors for me. Okay. Those are just little tricks that you can do, but you definitely want to stabilize the fabric before you cut your thing. And then you want a nice big clear ruler. Use a mat on a mat. So I will take a large cutting mat, like a regular 36-inch, and put it on my large cutting table mat and cut half of that shirt, and then spin the whole mat around and cut the other two sides. There's a lot you can do, little tricks to make it so it's not horrible. Okay. There's a lot you can do that. All right. Absolutely a t-shirt video. Keeping the rows from crawling is your problem. Right. Dee Dee. So, the trick to keeping rows from crawling is proper marking on your sashing, right? Proper marking on the sashing. And you can do that so you have to mark the sashing and mark your seam allowance on your blocks. And you just make sure that those little marks line up on each one. You've got to measure your sashing. You have to measure, you've got to make sure it's exactly right. You can't just start at one end and sew sashing on and then sew another row of sashing on without making sure the marks are lined up. It's got to be exactly right. Yeah. So, yep, it is a nightmare, an absolute nightmare if you do not stabilize those fabrics. So what would I recommend to do as you unpick those multiple blocks? Audio books and podcasts. Yeah. The trick is to get, so a knit fabric is very flowy and drapey. It doesn't behave like a woven. And the trick is to get your t-shirt fabrics to behave more like a woven without feeling stiff. So your SF101 will give it a very stiff feel like these blocks. Okay. You don't want that. So I recommend a mesh, Pellon's 911F. Also 911F or 944 feels like, what's that? Tender touch. It feels like tender touch. So I use Pellon's 911F on the back of, if I do any embroidery for babies, I'll put that on there. So Hot Toddies, Moonshine, and Jack the Ripper Free Spirit says, yeah. All you can do is sit back, get yourself a good Keith Ripper, right? Get yourself a good Ripper and put on a podcast. Really, that's the best thing. So this is a really wonderful idea right here. You can create fabric by stabilizer, more of the t-shirt, and use as coordinating. So yeah, if you ever rip a hole, if you have a t-shirt with a hole in it, you can use another piece of the t-shirt, cut on the round, don't square, don't cut edges. If you're going to patch, just like on a pair of jeans, cut it round and iron it down. So, okay. It was a labor of love. Yeah, Jamie, they are. She says she made 2 t-shirts, not knowing anything about it, watched videos, and winged it. And it was a labor of love. Yep. I imagine I would struggle too, but I had done a lot of garment sewing and I've worked with knits a lot. I love sewing with knits. And so I understood the concept of if I don't get this fabric so it doesn't ripple and bubble, it won't be any fun. So yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about, Cindy, right here. She has the SDX 85. It works great, but she couldn't scan the 24-inch mat. Just scan 2 times. Yes, ma'am. That's it. So there is something for everybody on the ScanNCut. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Oh, where are we at? We're almost done with our hour. All right, you guys. Don't forget, #Power Tools. Okay. This is a Michael Miller Fabrics 2.5-inch roll. There's probably 40 or 42 in here. Cotton couture. Color is charcoal. All for you. US shipping only, please. Okay. Let's see. I want to see. Is it possible to turn a JPEG into an embroidery file? Claudia, it depends on the JPEG. The Avenir supposedly is going to be able to do some thread painting on that. You need software to be able to digitize that. It can be done. So in short, yes, but there's a big technique to it. And I'm not good at it. Okay. I'm not good at it. So once you back it with Pellon and recut it smaller, yes to a t-shirt video. Yes, pastry. Absolutely. Yeah, once you unpick it. Matter of fact, you know what I would do? I wouldn't unpick it unless you've already got it in the sashing. I would just cut it again. Okay. Back it first. Put your Pellon on the back of it first and then cut it down. All right. I wouldn't sit there and pick that. Heck no. I would just cut it out. Yeah. Matter of fact, I said I was going to do this the other day. I need to take the borders off of this. Let me get this done quickly. So your brain would tell you, take off the first border and take off the second border. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take off the inner border and call it good. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that? Let's do something constructive. So I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I sure did. We enjoyed it a lot. The food was excellent. I was responsible for the gravy, and I bought 10 packages of packaged turkey gravy, HEB store brand. And on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, it tasted about a 3. It was bad. So I took 2 of so mind you, I had 10 cups of gravy, right? Because it was a potluck. So I took 2 of the tall jars of Heinz turkey gravy and dumped that in there. And then I put in several tablespoons of chicken better than bouillon, some parsley and some coarse ground black pepper, and it was excellent. It tasted great. If something's bad, I'll doctor it up till it works. So I need to get this thing off. Where's this will work. Have you guys seen this seam ripper trick? I'm sure you have. Yep. I like packaged gravy too, but that one wasn't a good one. That one was not a good one. I'm going to turn this around here until I get it's time to go memo from my, a lot of y'all turn in late to see who won. I can see that popping in. Oh, Becky's on live and it's Friday. We're going to have a giveaway. Yay. Let's do this. This is the easiest way. I got to get these borders off. Oh, I just had a little deja vu. You guys ever get that? You ever get a little deja vu? Like you've been here before, done it before? Of course, I have over 1,000 videos on YouTube. So yeah. I love that. I think that's God telling me my life is going as planned. And I love that. I'm on the right path. That makes me so happy. I need to press this. The trick to a good unpicking is pressing the seam flat. That's a trick. That's always nice. So let's get this unpicked. You don't want to have any weight dragging on it. Okay, I unpicked the first couple 3 stitches. Let me show you up close how I do this. This makes your life so easy. I can't read the comments right now, you guys. I'm too far away. Okay. So I unpicked the first couple 3 stitches right here on the end to open that up right there. Okay. And then you take your seam ripper and you take the little red ball and you point it down, and the little red ball goes to the outside. Okay. And you point it downwards so that you don't cut the fabric, and you hold the back and give it a little tension and just give it a little push. And, you know, it builds up your threads in a little bunch. So you can only go so far. But, come on. If you keep it taut, don't tell me my seam ripper end is getting dull. This thing has had too much work. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so you get this little bundle of thread there. That's fine. And that's how you do that. So I got that one off. Okay. I wanted to do just the inside. Let me press this. Let's see if I can just get the inside off, and that might make my life a lot easier. And that's, I can't do the very ends because it's bound up with the, I'm coming at it from the wrong direction here for you guys. Let me go the other side. That sure makes life easy, doesn't it? So undo, get myself a starting place here, a couple 3 stitches, make a hole in it. There we go. You don't want to cut the fabric because it'll slice it for sure. There. Awesome. That's done. Look at that. Nice. Okay, cool. I'll be done in like 3 minutes at that rate. Okay. All right. You have cutting table envy big time? Yeah. It had to hold a giant mat. It absolutely had to hold a giant mat. All right, you guys, we're going to do our little giveaway. Let me, where did it go? Oh, I did it on my other, shoot. I did it on my other computer for the giveaway. Let me sign into this on this computer. I'm going to go to my other computer because I don't think it's going to work on this one. I didn't have it set up. So hold on 1 second. Yeah, I didn't set that up properly. All right. So you guys can see my other computer right there. I've got it over there. Technology. Yay, look at that. Okay. So let's do our giveaway tool. All right, here we go. 722 entries. Yay, let's draw. All right. Woohoo! Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Tessie Hoffpower. Congratulations, Tessie. Almost got it, Nan. Almost. Tessie, that's wonderful. Shoot me an email, powertoolswiththread@outlook.com, and give me your home mailing address or wherever you would like this sent to, and I will get it out in the mail to you. Awesome. Congratulations, Tessie. That's wonderful. That's great. Too cool. Well, you guys, thank you so much. This has been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and get some sewing done, okay? Or go in there and tackle a corner and get it straightened out. You guys just choose like a 3x3 space and clean it out, set a timer and go, okay? Start with a black trash bag. We will talk to you soon. You guys go sew something. Love y'all. Thumbs up and subscribe.